So hello. I've been buying time, letting you fill up in the chat. It's great to see you all. Something pretty spectacular has taken place in the last 2 days. Big. Huge. I wasn't even ready for this. I don't think anybody that was watching everything going on was ready for what's been laid out. And it has been laid out, and it's been given to us. Are you aware Some of you are. You must be. You have to be. Mm-hmm. True. Yeah. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All of that. Yes. Well, guys, there's a lot going on right now. Coronavirus is at the very tippy top of the list, right? But the longer this goes on, why do I feel like this is handled beyond belief? Like you're getting the backstory already of how it's subsiding, even in China. They've already opened. I know this is so American to say, but they've already opened all of their Starbucks back in China. I'm not minimizing this virus, coronavirus. I'm not. I'm just saying that the mainstream television is maximizing it. But there seems to be something very much bigger happening as a result of what the mainstream television is building as like the narrative, the big monster narrative. They're building it as they do. They build fear. They are fear mongers, and they love to do that. And now it would be coronavirus. All the symptoms, everything going on is way, way less in comparison to anything that prior presidents have ever had to go through, any of it. Obama had 10,000 deaths before he instituted travel bans. But this isn't about calling him out to justify Trump. It's just to show you that they don't play by the same rules. That's what they don't do. Who cares what they did for Obama? Who cares? That guy sold out America. That jerk off sold out America. But so many other people sold them out. That's in the past. We can't do anything about it except expose it, prosecute it. That's about it. We can just call it out for what it is, right? These people are traitors to America. And this is what I'm really excited about, is it's about to be exposed and given to the masses of people that maybe aren't quite awake, but are on the verge of waking up. They're about to get a big, heavy dose of here's what's been going on serum. They're going to get that. This is all exposing everything that has been being portrayed to the American public. I mean, all bets are hedged right now on the deep state. They're all hedged. It's now or never. It's take out Trump now or lose for life. And fortunately, we've been watching a movie and we know the outcome of this, and we know that they got this under control. It's 100% under control. You're watching a movie. The screenplay is written. It's wrote. It's there for the taking. And the deep state is finished. So it really leads me into the next point I want to make about this coronavirus. So I do want to bring this up. And not because this was organic by me, but by other truth channels that I've listened to, many of them. And led me into this direction. Some of them are already here, but there's a lot of things that are closed down right now. I thought this made the most sense, by the way. When I took in everything that I listened to over the last day or two, I thought this made the most sense, is that they're closing down all the sport venues. They're closing down every venue that you can imagine. March Madness. It's a rite of passage for everybody that follows college basketball. They shut it down. NBA, shut it down. NHL, shut it down. Everything that has to do with anybody being out in the public arena, shut it down. They have. Why? Why? I already stated, it's not as big as MERS. It's not as big as anything that they've thrown our way. But why shut everything down now? I'm going to tell you why. Closing everything down is part of the plan in the Great Awakening. Right now, Trump has, as soon as he goes live the next time after everything closing down, he is going to have the ear of everybody. Everyone. Everybody in this great state and land and country, and probably the populace of the world, will hear what he has to say. And though I don't think it will be crazy what he says, it doesn't need to be. The plan has thus far been flawless. Moves and counter moves. The deep state has reacted exactly how the Patriots thought they would react. A scenario versus the worst case scenario. They played them perfectly. Right now, there is heavy speculation with everything that's being closed down, everything that is shut down, from the NBA to all concerts and venues and everything except maybe your day-to-day job has been closed and shut down. Why? Could it be that arrests are happening right now? Could it be that arrests are happening as we speak? Yes. Yes, it could be. And probably is. None of these stoppages, is that a word? Of these professional sports arenas has ever happened before. Ever. On something as small and silly as coronavirus. This is part of the plan. It's why it has center stage right now. Make no mistake, it's being allowed to live and grow wings because the Patriots can use it to their advantage. And they are using it to their advantage. We are so close to the victory in all of this that I don't even think anybody understands how close we are to victory. I don't. But yet I feel like I do because it feels real close. They are shutting off the spigots of deep state money to fund any of this bullshit. It's been cut off. Trump's trying to put through a plan that will give money to people that are affected by the coronavirus. The Democrats, because they control the Congress to put the vote before the Senate, what do? They take everything Trump wanted to do and they put a bunch of, they're called poison pills. They put a bunch of legislation on top of what Trump asked for to help people with coronavirus. They put it in there in order so that they could have all these separate fundings happen to their horrible ideas. Let's just leave it at that. They tried to slip them in while Trump was trying to take care of people through this coronavirus. And they try to say, no, we want this much for Planned Parenthood. We want $1 billion for people to have emergency abortions. This is all true. This is all the things that they tried to slide in there at the last minute. And you know what? The Republicans aren't having it. I think they asked for everything that they asked for so that the Democrats and the deep state could put out their beliefs on the table. That's what they did. They did that. They put their beliefs out there, and they're terrible. As you've known, they've been terrible forever. We've watched their decisions. They're bad. They're real bad. They're probably bought and paid for. They're definitely shills. What are you going to do? Keep spreading truth. The Q plan, everything spoke about the Great Awakening. You're in the storm. Now, albeit that I get a lot of information through channels that I highly respect, I do believe that we are in the storm of the Great Awakening. We're in the storm. I think that's hand in hand what's going on with this coronavirus. At least there's moves that are happening. I don't know how deep they'll go, and maybe none of us will know until this is all over, but there's things that are happening right now, I think so, that are taking out factions of the deep state. And they know this. At this point, they're simply posturing. What else can they do? All of their exits have been blocked. Anything they wanted to do has been covered. They can't. They're posturing for everything. It's all snowballed to a D5 avalanche, right? D5. I wouldn't even say we're within a matter of months. We're within days, weeks of like some serious shit hitting the fan. Like if the deep state has a play, they're going to play it soon. And I do believe that for a 2-year delta drop to prove the Q drops from 2018 in March of 2018, it did talk about at that point in time about the president being safe and secure and above and abroad and all of this. And it's amazing. My audio is getting messed with as I do this, but I must be dancing on the truth. I mean, that's all it can be. There can be no other option at this point. There really can't be. And I don't say that like I'm not unwilling to entertain another option. I'll entertain any option and listen. But there's just been so much that's happened. So many things that have happened to prove the things that we're talking about and listening to are true. We've already been told statistically, mathematically, impossible for it not to be true. All of those things. All of those things. So I want to get on tonight and go short and at least give you my thoughts on maybe some things that are happening because of the coronavirus. So tell me what you think. Tell me your thoughts. Put it in the chat. Put it as a question, whatever. I'm interested. And other than that, keep your eyes open. Watch what's going on. Listen. It's all coming very quickly now. So keep listening. Continue to pray. Do that. Prayer is good. I do that. So do that. All right. I'll see you. Bye.